Hey everyone, welcome back to Real English Channel, the podcast where we help you learn English through real conversations about life, work, and success. I'm Emma.
And I'm Jack. Thanks for tuning in again. Today's topic is one that gets people really excited. Money.
Yep, but not just money. We're talking about passive income. But before we start, don't forget to subscribe our channel for more videos.
That's right. The kind of money that works for you even when you're sleeping.
Exactly. The dream income.
So in today's episode, we'll be chatting about what passive income really means, why it matters, and different ways people can start creating it, even if they don't have a lot of money to begin with.
Yeah, and we'll keep it real. No get-rich-quick nonsense, just real ideas that work with patience, consistency, and creativity.
Perfect. So grab a cup of coffee, sit back, and let's dive in.
So, Jack, let's start with the basics. What's your definition of passive income?
For me, passive income is money you earn without trading your time for it directly. Like you set something up once, and then it keeps generating income in the background.
That's a good way to put it. I think of it as freedom, the ability to earn money even when you're not actively working.
Right, but a lot of people misunderstand it. They think it means no work at all, but that's not true.
Oh yeah, that's a big misconception. There's always some work, maybe upfront or occasional maintenance.
Exactly. You build something once, maybe invest some effort, and then it keeps paying off.
Like planting a tree. You take care of it in the beginning, and later it gives you fruit year after year.
Nice analogy. So what was your first experience with passive income, Emma?
Probably when I started selling ebooks online. I wrote a short book about learning English naturally, published it on Amazon, and forgot about it for a few months. Then one day I checked and realized I'd made around $200 just from that one book.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it wasn't a fortune, but it made me realize, wait, I can earn money even when I'm asleep.
That's such a great feeling. So what made you keep going after that?
Honestly, the idea that I could create something once and keep earning from it. That's when I started thinking of income not as hours of work, but as assets.
Ah, yes, assets versus effort.
Exactly. I realized every time I created something useful, a course, a video, an ebook, it became an asset that could generate income later.
That's a powerful mindset shift. Most people grow up thinking money comes only from a job.
True. We're taught to work for money, not to let money work for us.
And that's where passive income changes everything. When you start building assets, your time becomes more valuable.
Totally. What about you, Jack? What was your first passive income experience?
Mine was through affiliate marketing. I had a small tech blog, and I'd write reviews about headphones and gadgets. I added Amazon affiliate links, and people started buying through those links.
Oh, nice. So you earned a commission each time someone bought something.
Exactly. It started small, like a few dollars here and there, but over time it added up. Eventually I was making $500 to $800 a month without doing much extra work.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it taught me that consistency pays off. You might not see results right away, but if you keep building, it compounds over time.
Let's talk about the most common types of passive income. I'd say there are 5 big ones: online businesses, investments, real estate, content creation, and royalties.
Yeah, that covers most of it. Let's go one by one.
Sure. Let's start with online businesses, like e-commerce or digital products.
Right, selling digital products, online courses, or running a blog with ads. Those are great examples.
What's great about them is that they don't need a lot of money to start, just creativity and time.
Exactly. Then we have investments, stocks, bonds, index funds, even crypto.
Yep, though I think it's important to be careful there. Investing can grow your wealth, but it's not instant.
Definitely. The key is long-term thinking.
Then there's real estate, one of the oldest forms of passive income.
I love real estate examples. You buy a property, rent it out, and the rent becomes your income.
But it also comes with responsibilities, maintenance, taxes, dealing with tenants.
True, it's semi-passive.
Right. Next, content creation, like YouTube, podcasts, or blogs.
That's probably the most relatable for people today. You post content, attract an audience, and earn through ads or sponsorships.
Exactly. And finally, royalties from music, art, writing, or even inventions.
Passive income from creativity, my favorite type.
Same here.
Let's talk about the myths. A big one is that passive income is easy.
Oh, yes. People think they'll start a YouTube channel today and be rich next month.
If only it worked like that.
It takes time. You build trust, audience, and systems.
Right. Passive income isn't about luck. It's about patience and smart work.
And sometimes it doesn't even start passive. You might work a lot in the beginning before it becomes automated.
Exactly. Like writing that ebook or building a website. It's front-loaded work.
But the beauty is, once it's done, it keeps paying you.
That's the reward for consistency.
So, Jack, what's a passive income idea that you'd recommend to beginners?
I'd say creating digital products. Something simple, like an ebook or an online template.
That's a great start. People underestimate how useful digital products can be.
Right. You just need to find what problem you can solve.
Exactly. Like if you're good at planning, make a digital planner.
Or if you're a teacher, create English worksheets or short video lessons.
Another one I love is YouTube. It's not fast, but it's powerful.
Oh, totally. I've seen people earn a full-time income after 2 years of consistent posting.
Yeah, it's slow at first, but once your videos start ranking, they keep generating views and ad revenue.
And you can even repurpose content across platforms. One video can work on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube.
That's the smart creator mindset.
You know, one thing people forget is that your mindset is the first investment.
Oh, yes, you can't build passive income if you're afraid to start or fail.
Exactly. You've got to treat it like a long-term project.
I remember reading a quote, "Build something today that will pay you tomorrow."
Perfect. That's the essence of passive income.
And even if you fail, you'll learn skills that help you later.
Totally. I failed my first blog, no one read it, but I learned SEO, writing, and marketing, which helped me in my second one.
That's what growth looks like. Let's get practical. If someone listening wants to start building passive income today, where should they begin?
Step 1, choose one area. Don't try everything at once.
Yes, focus is key.
Step 2, learn and experiment. Watch tutorials, read books, take free courses.
Step 3, create something small but real. Even if it's just one product, one video, or one article.
And step 4, be patient. Let time do its magic.
I love that. Plant your seed and let it grow.
Exactly.
So, after all these years, what's the biggest lesson you've learned from building passive income?
That time is the real currency. Once you build systems that work without you, you get your time back.
That's true wealth.
Exactly. Money gives you comfort, time gives you freedom.
Beautifully said, Jack.
What about you?
For me, it's that consistency beats talent. You don't need to be a genius. You just need to keep going.
Absolutely. It's about showing up every day, even when results are slow.
And trusting that little steps will turn into something big.
Passive income isn't just about money. It's about designing your life.
Yes, freedom, creativity, and control over your time.
And anyone can start. You don't need to be rich. You just need the right mindset.
Exactly. Start small, stay consistent, and learn as you go.
I hope everyone listening feels inspired to take that first step today.
Me too.
All right, I think that's a wrap for today's episode.
Thanks for joining us on Real English Channel. We hope this conversation gave you ideas and motivation to start building your own passive income journey.
Remember, don't wait for the perfect moment. Start now and let your actions build your future.
Beautifully said, Jack. See you all next time.
Bye, everyone.
Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Real English Channel. I'm Emma.
And I'm Jack. Today, we're diving into a really exciting and powerful topic: how to have $1 million in 3 years. But before we start, don't forget to subscribe our channel for more videos.
That sounds ambitious, doesn't it? But it's not impossible. The key is to understand how money grows, how habits shape results, and how mindset influences everything.
Exactly. And while we're learning English, we'll also learn about discipline, smart financial planning, and taking action. So grab your notebook or your cup of coffee, because this episode is going to be full of lessons.
Let's start with a simple question, Jack. Why do most people say they want $1 million, but never actually make it?
That's a great question. I think it's because people like the idea of being rich, but they don't really know what it takes. $1 million sounds amazing, but it's not magic. It's math and mindset.
I love that. Math and mindset. So before we talk about how to make it, let's think about what it means. $1 million in 3 years, that's about $333,000 a year.
Or around $27,000 a month.
Exactly. So when we break it down like that, it sounds more realistic. You can reach it by building something that grows, like a business, an investment, or even a strong skill that earns high income.
Yes, and it all starts with believing it's possible. The mindset comes first, always.
Let's talk about vision. Before you make $1 million, you need to see it in your mind.
That's right. Most millionaires don't start with money. They start with a clear vision of what they want to create.
When you wake up every morning with that vision, your brain starts finding ways to make it happen. It's like training your mind to look for opportunities.
Exactly. But there's a difference between a dream and a plan. A dream is just a wish. A plan has steps, deadlines, and actions.
So, for anyone listening, take a few minutes after this podcast and write down your 3-year vision. Imagine your life after those 3 years, where you live, what you do, and how it feels to have achieved your goal.
And remember, the goal isn't just to have $1 million. It's to become the kind of person who can create it.
So let's move to something practical: skills. To reach $1 million, you need high income skills.
Yes, low skills equal low income. High skills equal high income. It's that simple.
So, what are examples of high income skills today?
Sales, marketing, copywriting, investing, coding, public speaking. Anything that creates big results for others.
I'd add communication and leadership too. If you can lead people, teach people, or influence people, you'll never be broke.
Exactly. People get paid for the value they bring, not the hours they work.
That's so true. So, if someone is listening and thinking, I don't have any skills yet, the answer is start learning one today.
Yes, learn for 1 year, practice for 2, and in 3 years, you'll master it. And that mastery can make you $1 million.
Now let's talk about something many people don't understand: multiple streams of income.
Yes, relying on one income is risky. If that one stops, your whole life stops.
Exactly. So you need more than one way to earn money. For example, your main job, a side hustle, and investments.
Let's say someone earns money from freelance work. That's their main source. Then they invest a part of it in stocks or real estate. That's a second source. And maybe they create digital products or an online course. That's a third.
And those streams don't have to start big. They just have to start.
Yes, even $50 a month from something small can grow into $500 and then $5,000.
That's the power of compound effort.
Let's talk about something less exciting but very important: saving and investing.
Yes, because even if you earn a lot, if you don't save or invest, you'll lose it.
Right. $1 million doesn't come from spending everything you make. It comes from managing what you keep.
I once read that rich people think about how to grow money, while poor people think about how to spend it.
That's perfectly said. If you make $5,000 a month and save $1,000, in a year that's $12,000. If you invest that wisely, it can grow even while you sleep.
That's why investing early is powerful. It's not about luck. It's about time and patience. Jack, I think one of the biggest secrets to becoming a millionaire in 3 years is thinking like a business owner, not an employee.
Absolutely. Employees trade time for money. Entrepreneurs trade ideas for money.
And ideas can scale, meaning they can grow without limits.
Exactly. If you build a system that works even when you're not working, that's when you start seeing exponential growth.
Like online businesses, e-commerce, digital services, or content creation.
Yes, but it's not about starting big. It's about starting smart.
Let's be honest, the path to $1 million isn't easy. You'll face fear, doubt, and failure.
Yes, and most people quit when things get hard. But failure is just part of the process.
Exactly. You can't win without learning how to lose. Every mistake teaches you something valuable.
That's true. Every millionaire has a story of failure. The difference is they didn't stop.
So if you fail, don't think, I'm not good enough. Instead, think, I'm learning faster.
Jack, do you think environment plays a big role in success?
Oh, definitely. If you're surrounded by people who complain, you'll complain too. But if you're around people who dream big, you'll start dreaming big.
Yes. You need to be in an environment that challenges and inspires you.
And sometimes that means changing your circle or even being alone for a while.
Exactly. Growth can be lonely at first, but later it becomes empowering.
I think one big trap people fall into is waiting for the perfect moment.
Yes. People say, I'll start when I have more time, or I'll start when I'm ready. But the truth is, you'll never feel ready.
Success comes to those who start now, learn, adjust, and keep going.
Exactly. Action creates clarity. You can't plan your way to success. You have to act your way there.
That's powerful. Start small, stay consistent, and never stop improving.
Let's end by talking about habits, because your habits decide your future.
Yes, $1 million success isn't about one big decision. It's about small decisions made daily.
Waking up early, learning every day, managing money wisely, staying healthy, staying focused, these are millionaire habits.
And anyone can build them. It doesn't matter where you start. What matters is that you start today.
Exactly. Because every big success story starts with a single step and a single habit.
So, can you make $1 million in 3 years? Absolutely, if you decide to grow, learn, and take action every single day.
That's right. Success isn't luck. It's consistency, courage, and clarity.
And remember, while you're learning English with us, you're also learning the language of success.
We'll see you next time on Re in English channel. Until then, believe in yourself, keep working hard, and never stop improving.
Thanks for listening, everyone, and start building your $1 million mindset today.
Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Reen English Channel. I'm Emma.
And I'm Jack. Today's topic is one that so many English learners ask about, how to think and speak in English. But before we start, don't forget to subscribe our channel for more videos.
Yes, it's such a common question. People can read and write pretty well, but when it comes to speaking, their mind just freezes.
Exactly. It's like the brain switches back to their first language right before they say something.
Right. So today we're going to talk about how to train your brain to think directly in English.
So, Emma, why do you think it's so hard for people to think in English?
I think it's because most of us learned English by translating. We were taught to think in our own language first, then translate into English.
Yes, and that slows down the brain. When you translate, your thoughts get stuck between two languages.
Exactly. Instead of thinking apple, you think the word in mer language and then translate it.
That delay makes speaking stressful.
So the first step is to break that translation habit.
Right. It's like teaching your brain a new pattern to go straight to English.
And it doesn't happen overnight. It's a process.
Totally. You need daily practice and small steps.
So what's one way people can start thinking in English?
I'd say surround yourself with English. Make your environment full of it.
Like changing your phone or computer language to English.
Exactly. It's small, but it helps you see English words all the time.
And also, listen to English as much as you can. Podcasts, YouTube, movies.
Right. The more you hear it, the more your brain starts to think that way.
I used to watch TV shows in English with subtitles. After a while, I could predict what characters would say next.
That's a good sign. It means your brain is thinking in English.
Yes! And I think learners should talk to themselves in English.
Oh, absolutely. It sounds strange, but it really works.
For example, when you're cooking, describe what you're doing. I'm cutting the vegetables. Now I'm boiling the water.
That's great practice. You're training your brain to think and speak at the same time.
Let's talk about internal dialogue. That voice in your head.
Oh, yes. Everyone has that inner voice that talks all day.
The trick is to make that voice speak in English.
Exactly. Even if you make mistakes, it doesn't matter.
You can start with simple things. When you wake up, think, I'm so tired today. I need coffee.
Yes. Or what should I wear today?
The more you do it, the more natural it becomes.
It's like building a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets.
And soon you'll realize you don't need to translate anymore.
That's the magic moment.
Another great tip is to connect English with your daily life.
Yes, because when English is part of your real world, you remember it better.
For example, label things around your home. Mirror, window, fridge, door.
I love that one. You're constantly seeing words and linking them to real objects.
Exactly. It's a form of visual thinking in English.
And also, try keeping a daily journal. Just write about your day in English.
Yes, even short entries help. Like, I woke up early today, or I met my friend for coffee.
That's perfect practice for both thinking and writing.
And it's low pressure. You're not performing for anyone.
Right. You're doing it just for yourself.
Let's be honest. One big reason people don't speak is fear.
Yes, fear of making mistakes, fear of judgment.
But that fear actually blocks fluency.
It does. When you overthink, your brain freezes.
The truth is, native speakers don't care about your mistakes. They care about your message.
Exactly. Communication is more important than perfection.
I always tell my students, be brave, not perfect.
That's powerful. And once you stop worrying, speaking becomes natural.
Absolutely. You stop trying to speak English and start living it.
That's when fluency really begins.
So, Jack, what does it mean to think like a native speaker?
I think it means understanding ideas in English, not just words.
Yes, it's about culture, tone, and mindset.
For example, English speakers often think in short, simple sentences.
Right, so instead of thinking, it is necessary for me to go to the store, you think, I need to go to the store.
That's more natural.
The more you expose yourself to real English, movies, conversations, the more you'll start to feel the language.
And that feeling is key.
So, Jack, if someone asked you, how can I start thinking in English today? What would you say?
I'd say start small. Think about what you see, what you do, what you feel, all in English.
Yes, and don't worry about mistakes. Just keep going.
Make English a natural part of your thoughts, your habits, your life.
I love that. Thinking in English isn't a skill you learn overnight. It's a habit you build every day.
Exactly. The more you use it, the easier it becomes.
So true. Thanks for joining us today, everyone.
We hope this episode inspires you to speak and think in English confidently and naturally.
See you next time on Reen English Channel.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Reen English Channel. I'm your host, Emma, and today we're talking about something deeply personal and powerful, learning to love yourself. But before we start, don't forget to subscribe our channel for more videos.
Hey everyone, I'm Jack, and this is such an important topic. Many of us go through life being kind to others, but we forget to show that same kindness to ourselves.
Exactly. Loving yourself doesn't mean being selfish or arrogant. It means accepting who you are, being patient with yourself, and treating yourself with respect, the way you would treat a friend.
That's beautifully said. And in this episode, we're going to explore how self-love can improve your life, your relationships, and even your confidence in learning new things, like English.
Let's start by defining it in a simple way. Jack, what does loving yourself mean to you?
For me, self-love means being comfortable with who you are. It's knowing your strengths, accepting your weaknesses, and still valuing yourself. It's realizing that you don't have to be perfect to be worthy of love.
I love that. I think of it as a relationship with yourself. We spend our whole lives with ourselves, so it's important that we make that relationship healthy.
Exactly. A lot of people rely on external validation, likes, compliments, or achievements to feel good. But that feeling fades. Real self-love comes from within.
Yes. And when you love yourself, you stop comparing your life to others. You focus on your own journey instead of feeling jealous or insecure.
That's a big one. Comparison is such a trap. Everyone's timeline is different, and self-love helps you accept that.
So, let's be honest. Why is it so difficult for many people to love themselves?
I think it starts with how we grow up. Society often teaches us that our worth depends on how successful or beautiful we are.
that creates pressure.
Absolutely. And sometimes we develop a harsh inner critic, that little voice that says you're not good enough or you should be better.
Oh, yes, the inner critic. Everyone has one. But most people don't realize that voice is not the truth. It's just fear talking.
Right. And loving yourself means learning to challenge that voice. Instead of saying, I'm not good enough, you can say, I'm doing my best, and that's enough for today.
That's powerful. Self-love starts with the way we talk to ourselves. Words matter, even the ones we never say out loud.
Let's talk about acceptance, a big part of self-love. How can we accept ourselves when we see so many things we want to change?
That's a great question. Acceptance doesn't mean you stop growing. It means you recognize your current self without judgment. You can love yourself and still want to improve.
Exactly. You can say, I love myself now, and I'm working to become even better. It's not about perfection. It's about progress.
I remember when I used to be really hard on myself for making mistakes at work. But over time, I realized that mistakes are part of learning. Once I accepted that, I became less stressed and more confident.
That's so true. Acceptance brings peace. When we stop fighting who we are, we create space for growth and happiness. Let's move into something really practical. Self-compassion. How can people show kindness to themselves?
One simple way is to treat yourself like a friend. Imagine if your best friend made a mistake. You wouldn't say, you're terrible. You'd say, it's okay. You'll do better next time.
I love that example. Self-compassion is like giving yourself emotional support when things go wrong. It's saying, I'm human, and that's okay.
Another tip, take care of your body and mind. Eat well, rest, and take breaks when you need them. Your body is your home.
Definitely. And also, learn to say no when you need to. Setting boundaries is a form of self-love.
That's such an important one. People often feel guilty saying no, but saying no to others can be saying yes to yourself.
Yes, and when you respect your own time and energy, others will too. Okay, now let's talk about negative thoughts, because everyone has them. How do we deal with them while learning to love ourselves?
I think awareness is the first step. Notice when you're being negative. Ask yourself, would I say this to someone I care about?
That's a great question. Most of the time, we speak to ourselves in ways we'd never speak to others.
Right. The next step is to replace those thoughts with realistic ones. Not fake positivity, but gentle truth. For example, instead of, I can't do anything right, you can say, I made a mistake, but I can learn from it.
I like that. It's honest but kind. And the more you practice it, the more natural it becomes.
Exactly. You start to build a new inner voice, one that supports you instead of tearing you down.
Okay, before we wrap up, let's share some daily habits that help you love yourself more.
Sure. My first one is gratitude. Every day I write down 3 things I'm thankful for about myself, not just my life. It reminds me that I'm enough.
That's beautiful. I like doing mirror affirmations. I look at myself in the mirror and say something kind, even if it feels awkward. Over time, it starts to feel natural.
That's awesome. I also recommend spending time alone, doing things you enjoy. It helps you reconnect with who you are.
Yes. And one of the most loving things you can do is forgive yourself. We all make mistakes, but holding on to guilt doesn't help anyone.
Absolutely. Letting go is freedom. Loving yourself means giving yourself permission to be imperfect.
That's such a perfect way to end. To everyone listening, remember, You are enough just as you are. Be kind, be patient, and love yourself the way you deserve.
Well said, Emma. Thanks for listening, everyone. Take care of yourself and keep growing, learning, and loving who you are.
See you in the next episode.
Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Reen English Channel. I'm Emma.
And I'm Jack. Today's topic is something we all have, our daily routine. But before we start, don't forget to subscribe our channel for more videos.
Exactly. We're going to talk about how we start our mornings, what we do during the day, and how we relax at night.
Right. And the cool thing is, daily routines can be so different from person to person. So Emma, how does your day usually start?
Well, my day usually starts around 6:30 a.m. I'm not a morning person, but I try to wake up early because I feel better when I do. The first thing I do is drink a glass of water.
That's healthy. I usually hit the snooze button 3 times before I finally get out of bed.
I used to do that too, but now I keep my phone far from the bed, so I have to stand up to turn off the alarm.
That's a smart trick. After waking up, what do you do next?
I stretch a little, open my window to get some fresh air, and then I make coffee. While it's brewing, I check my messages and emails.
Sounds peaceful. For me, mornings are a bit chaotic. I make coffee first thing, then I take a shower and get ready for work.
Do you have breakfast every day?
Not always. Sometimes I just grab a banana or a granola bar. What about you?
I love breakfast. I usually have oatmeal with fruit or sometimes eggs and toast.
That's nice. I think eating in the morning helps with energy.
It really does. After breakfast, I usually spend about 10 minutes planning my day, writing a to-do list.
I like that idea. I usually just check my work schedule on my phone.
What time do you leave home?
Around 8 a.m. I drive to work and listen to podcasts, sometimes English learning ones.
That's the best way to start the day. So, once you get to work, what's your routine like?
I work in an office, so my day is filled with meetings, emails, and project work. I usually start by checking what's most urgent.
That sounds busy. Do you take breaks during the day?
Yes, I try to. I usually take a short break around 10:30 a.m. just to stand, stretch, or grab another coffee.
That's important. I work from home, so my routine is a bit more flexible. I start around 9 a.m., and my first hour is usually focused work. No phone, no distractions.
Oh, I wish I could do that. I get distracted easily when I'm online.
Same here. That's why I use the Pomodoro technique. Work for 25 minutes, take a 5-minute break.
Oh, I've heard of that. It keeps you focused, right?
Yes, it really helps. Around noon, I take a break for lunch. What about you?
We usually have lunch around 12:30. Sometimes I eat with colleagues, other times at my desk if I'm busy.
I like cooking lunch when I can. It's relaxing.
What's your favorite lunch?
Maybe a salad or stir-fried vegetables with rice. You?
I'm a sandwich person. Something quick and easy.
Classic. Do you have a fixed end time at work?
Technically 5 p.m., but sometimes I stay longer if there's a deadline.
Yeah, same here. I usually finish around 6 p.m. if I start late. What do you do after work?
I like to go for a walk in the park or do yoga at home. It helps me unwind.
I usually go to the gym 3 times a week. On other days, I just take a short walk after dinner.
That's great. Exercise really clears your mind.
True. Sometimes I listen to music or podcasts while working out.
I love that. I also listen to audiobooks when I walk.
What time do you usually get home or finish your day?
Around 7 p.m., sometimes earlier, then I cook dinner.
What's your go-to dinner?
Usually something light, soup, vegetables, or pasta.
You?
I'm the opposite. Dinner is my biggest meal. I usually cook chicken or fish with rice.
Sounds delicious. Do you cook every day?
Not really. Sometimes I order takeout if I'm tired.
We all do that.
What's your favorite part of the evening?
Definitely relaxing after dinner. I like to read or watch something on Netflix.
Same here. I usually spend an hour watching a show or playing guitar.
That's cool. I also write in my journal sometimes. It helps me reflect on my day.
That's a great habit. Do you check your phone before bed?
I try not to, but I do sometimes. I put it on Do Not Disturb mode around 10 p.m.
I should start doing that. I usually scroll on social media for too long.
We all do. What time do you go to bed?
Around 11:30, but I try for 10:30 if I'm really tired.
Same here. Getting enough sleep makes a huge difference.
Totally. Without sleep, the next day feels like a blur.
So, Jack, if you could change one thing about your daily routine, what would it be?
Probably waking up earlier. I always wish I had more quiet time in the morning.
That's a good one. For me, it would be spending less time on my phone.
Same here. Maybe we should make that our goal for next week?
Deal.
I think today's conversation will help listeners describe their own daily routines in English.
Absolutely. It's such a practical topic. We all have one, and it's great for speaking practice.
Thanks for joining us, everyone.
See you next time on Reen English Channel. Bye. Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Reen English Channel. I'm Emma.
And I'm Jack. Today we're going to talk about something that sounds simple, but it's actually really hard for most of us. Living a day without our phones. But before we start, don't forget to subscribe our channel for more videos.
Oh yes, just the thought of not checking messages or social media for 24 hours sounds impossible for many people.
Totally. Our phones have become part of our hands. But what if we had to spend an entire day without them? What would that day look like?
That's what we're going to explore today. We'll talk about what happens when we disconnect, the good, the bad, and maybe the surprising.
So Emma, have you ever tried going a whole day without your phone?
Honestly, only once, when my phone broke. At first, I felt lost. I didn't even know what time it was because I use my phone for everything. Alarms, music, even weather updates.
Exactly. We depend on it so much. I tried it last year when I went hiking. There was no signal anyway, so I decided to keep it in my bag. The first few hours were strange.
Strange how?
Well, I kept reaching into my pocket every few minutes just out of habit. It's like a reflex.
Oh, I totally get that. Sometimes I unlock my phone for no reason, just to scroll. It's crazy how automatic it becomes.
Yeah, and it made me realize how much time I spend on my phone without even thinking about it.
Let's talk about the feelings that come with being phone-free. The first few hours can be stressful, right?
Definitely. You feel disconnected, almost anxious. You start wondering if you're missing something important.
Yes, like someone might be trying to reach you, or you're missing a message from work or family.
But then, after a while, something changes. You start to relax.
Exactly. It's like your brain finally takes a deep breath. You stop checking for notifications, and suddenly you start noticing other things, like sounds around you, nature, people's faces.
That's true. I remember sitting outside during that hike, just listening to birds. It felt peaceful, something I hadn't experienced in a long time.
That's beautiful. I think phones keep us busy, always thinking, reacting, scrolling. Without it, your mind finally slows down.
Another big change is how you experience time. When you're not using your phone, the day feels longer.
Yes, you suddenly realize how many hours there are in a day. Usually we lose time scrolling through videos or chatting.
Right. Without a phone, I ended up doing more meaningful things. I cooked, read a book, even went for a long walk.
Oh, that sounds so nice. I remember when I had no phone, I started writing in a notebook again, something I hadn't done in years.
That's amazing. It's funny how a simple break from technology can reconnect you with old hobbies.
Yes, and it's not just about time, it's also about focus, too. Without my phone, I could concentrate better.
Exactly. You're not constantly distracted, no buzzing, no notifications, no temptation to check messages.
Let's talk about the social side. How does not using a phone affect our relationships for a day?
Oh, that's interesting. I think we actually connect better with people around us when we're not staring at a screen.
Definitely. I remember having dinner with friends once, and we all agreed to put our phones away. It was one of the best conversations we'd had in a long time.
Yeah, it feels more real. You listen more, you laugh more. There's no distraction.
True, but at the same time, being without a phone can make you feel left out if everyone else is online.
That's a good point. It's like the world keeps moving and you're temporarily out of the loop.
Exactly. It shows how connected we've become to our digital world. Maybe too connected.
Okay, let's be honest. What's the hardest part about spending a day without your phone?
I'd say not being able to take pictures. I love capturing moments, and without my phone, I felt like I couldn't save memories.
That's true. Also, no GPS. I get lost easily, so not having a map on my phone can be scary.
Oh, same here. And also no music. I realized how much I rely on my phone to listen to songs or podcasts.
Right, silence can be uncomfortable at first, but then again, it teaches you to enjoy quiet moments.
Yes, it's like learning to be okay with just being present.
I agree, but for most people, the hardest part is boredom. Phones fill every empty second, waiting in line, sitting in traffic, before bed.
That's true. Without it, you're forced to face your thoughts, and that can be uncomfortable, but also enlightening. After going through a phone-free day, what did you learn, Jack?
I learned that I don't need my phone as much as I thought I did. It's useful, yes, but not essential every minute.
That's a good takeaway. For me, I learned that silence and stillness can be beautiful. I don't always have to be connected.
And it also made me realize how much time I spend on things that don't matter, endless scrolling or checking messages that don't add value.
Same here. After that experience, I started setting limits on my phone use. I turn off notifications and put my phone away when I'm working or eating.
That's smart. I try to have no phone mornings. I spend the first hour of my day without checking my phone. It makes a big difference.
Oh, I like that idea. Maybe we should all try that. Just 1 hour of peace every day.
So, after all this, would you recommend everyone try a day without their phone?
Absolutely. It's uncomfortable at first, but by the end of the day, you feel calmer, clearer, and more connected to the real world.
I agree. It's like pressing the reset button for your brain.
Exactly. We don't need to give up our phones completely. Just use them more mindfully.
Well said. So, to all our listeners, we challenge you. Try spending one day without your phone. You might be surprised by what you discover.
Thanks for joining us today, everyone. Don't forget to take care of yourself, and remember, sometimes disconnecting is the best way to reconnect.
See you next time on Reen English Channel.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Rain English Channel. I'm Emma.
And I'm Jack. Today's episode feels a little special. It's quiet, reflective, and something we all need to talk about more often. Being thankful for what we have. But before we start, don't forget to subscribe our channel for more videos.
Yes, you know, sometimes life moves so fast that we forget to just stop for a second and look around at what we already have. Not what we're chasing, not what we're missing, but what's already right here.
Exactly. And I think that's something people struggle with, especially now.
Everyone's comparing who has a better job, a better house, better clothes, better life.
Social media plays a huge part in that. You scroll through Instagram and suddenly you feel like your life isn't enough.
Yeah, you could have had a great morning. Coffee, sunshine, peace, but then you open your phone and see someone vacationing in Italy and suddenly are like, my life's boring.
Exactly. And that's the trap. We forget that the small things we take for granted, health, family, safety, even just having food on the table, those are huge blessings.
Totally. You know, when I was younger, I didn't think that way at all. I always wanted more. Better phone, better car, more money. I was never satisfied.
What changed?
Honestly, a really rough year. I lost a few things I took for granted. Friends, opportunities, even my sense of direction. That year forced me to slow down and realize that having more doesn't mean being happier.
That's so true. Sometimes it takes losing something to understand its value.
Yes, like when you get sick and suddenly you realize, wow, just being healthy feels amazing.
Exactly. Gratitude often starts with awareness, noticing the little things we usually overlook.
You know, I once read that gratitude isn't about ignoring what you want, it's about balancing it. Like, you can still dream big, but also appreciate what you already have.
Yes, it's not about pretending everything's perfect. It's about finding peace even when things aren't.
I like that. Because sometimes people misunderstand gratitude. They think it means I shouldn't want anything else. But it's not that. It's saying I'm thankful for what I have now, even as I work for more.
That's a beautiful way to put it.
Yeah. Do you remember a time when you had to remind yourself to be thankful?
Oh, yes. A few years ago, I was really struggling with my career. I felt stuck, like I wasn't doing enough. I compared myself to people who seemed way ahead. And then one night, I sat down and started writing a list. Everything I was grateful for, even the small things. My family, my friends, my apartment, my health.
How did that feel?
It was emotional because halfway through that list, I realized I already had so much. I just wasn't seeing it. Gratitude doesn't change your situation immediately, but it changes how you see it.
That's powerful. You know, when I feel stressed, I sometimes take a moment and think, what if I woke up tomorrow and only had the things I said thank you for today?
Oh, wow. That's deep. That would change how we live, right?
Exactly. We'd start appreciating everything, even the annoying little things.
Yeah, even the noisy neighbor or the long line at the coffee shop, because those things mean we have a place to live and we can afford coffee.
Exactly. Gratitude shifts your mindset from lack to enough.
Do you ever notice how kids are naturally thankful?
Yes, kids find joy in the smallest things, a cookie, a cartoon, a sunny day.
Right. But as we grow up, we start to think joy must come from big achievements, promotions, luxury, status.
Yeah, and that's when we lose the simplicity of happiness.
I think adults need to relearn that, how to find joy in small things again.
Like being thankful for a quiet morning, or a text from someone you love, or even just good coffee.
Yes. You know, I started a morning ritual. Every day, before checking my phone, I name 3 things I'm thankful for.
That's great. What kind of things do you write down?
Sometimes it's big, like I'm grateful for my health. Sometimes it's tiny, like I'm grateful the weather's nice today. It doesn't matter how small it is, it just trains your brain to see good things first.
I love that. Because if you start your day with gratitude, everything feels lighter. Even bad news doesn't hit as hard.
Yes, gratitude doesn't erase problems, it gives them perspective.
Let's talk about comparison because that's the enemy of gratitude.
Absolutely. When you compare your life to others, you stop seeing what's good about your own.
Exactly. And social media makes it worse.
Yeah, you see someone posting a perfect vacation and suddenly your weekend at home feels boring.
But we forget, social media is just a highlight reel. Nobody posts their bad days.
Exactly. Gratitude helps you focus on your own journey instead of someone else's timeline.
I once heard someone say, don't compare your behind the scenes with someone's highlight reel.
That's perfect.
Yeah. You never know what that person is dealing with off camera. Maybe they're struggling too.
True. Gratitude helps you celebrate your own progress, even if it's small.
Like, maybe you didn't buy a new car, but you paid your bills on time. That's a win.
Yes. Or you didn't travel abroad, but you spent time with family. That's worth more than likes.
But what about when life is really hard? How do you stay thankful then?
Good question. It's not easy. I think gratitude during pain is the most powerful kind.
Yeah. It's easy to be thankful when things are good, but being thankful when things fall apart, that's strength.
Exactly. For me, I try to look for lessons, like, what is this situation teaching me?
That's wise.
Absolutely. And even in dark moments, there's usually a small light, a friend who listens, a lesson learned, or simply the fact that you survived it.
I agree. I remember losing my job once. I was devastated. But a few months later, I realized that experience forced me to start something new, something better.
Yes, sometimes losing one thing opens the door for something greater.
Exactly. Gratitude doesn't deny pain, it transforms it.
Beautifully said.
You know, we often talk about gratitude in thoughts, but there's something powerful about saying thank you.
Yes, expressing it out loud or in writing changes relationships.
Totally. When was the last time someone said thank you to you and it really meant something?
Recently, actually, a student I taught years ago sent me a message thanking me for believing in her. I almost cried.
Wow, that's beautiful.
It reminded me that small acts of kindness can leave a long impact.
Yeah, a simple thank you can brighten someone's whole day.
Even saying thank you to yourself matters.
To yourself?
Yes, thank yourself for trying, for showing up, for surviving. Self-gratitude builds self-respect.
That's so true. I think we're too hard on ourselves sometimes.
Exactly. Gratitude heals that.
If you practice gratitude daily, you really start noticing how it changes your mood, your energy, and even your relationships.
Yes, you stop expecting perfection and start appreciating effort.
Exactly. You become more patient with others and with yourself.
Gratitude teaches compassion. You realize everyone's fighting their own battles, so you become kinder.
That's powerful.
And scientifically, gratitude even improves mental health. It reduces stress and increases happiness.
So basically, being thankful is good for your heart and your mind.
Exactly. It's free therapy.
Yeah, gratitude, the healthiest habit no one charges for.
Let's wrap up with simple ways to bring gratitude into daily life.
Sure.
First, say thank you more often, even for small things.
Yes, and take moments in your day to pause and appreciate the sunlight, a message from a friend, your meal,
Keep a gratitude journal, or just think of 3 things before bed.
or practice mindful gratitude, like being thankful while doing something, not just after.
Yes, like being grateful for your breath during a walk, or your home as you clean it.
Exactly. Gratitude is a mindset, not a moment.
So, Jack, if you had to sum it up, What does being thankful to what you have mean to you?
To me, it means realizing that happiness isn't found in what's missing, but in what's already here.
That's perfect. For me, it means slowing down, noticing life instead of rushing through it.
Beautifully said.
We hope today's episode reminded you that your life right now already has so much to be grateful for.
Yes. Your family, your friends, your health, your opportunities, even your challenges.
Because gratitude turns ordinary days into blessings.
And it turns problems into lessons.
So wherever you are, take a moment, look around, breathe, and say thank you.
Thank you for listening, for spending time with us, and for being part of this conversation.
We're thankful for you.
Until next time, stay kind, stay grateful, and keep growing.
Bye, everyone.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Reen English Channel. I'm Emma.
And I'm Jack. Today we're diving into one of my favorite topics, food, or more exactly, English at the restaurant. But before we start, don't forget to subscribe our channel for more videos.
Yes, we'll take you through a complete restaurant experience, from walking in and asking for a table to ordering, chatting, paying, and leaving. And we'll do it like we're actually there.
Exactly. So close your eyes. Imagine it's Friday evening, you're a bit hungry, and you're meeting your friend for dinner.
Right. Let's imagine we're at the Garden Bistro, a cozy restaurant downtown. The smell of grilled food, warm lights, soft jazz in the background.
Perfect atmosphere. Okay, I'm walking in, I'm the customer, you're the host.
All right, here we go.
Good evening.
Good evening. Welcome to the Garden Bistro. Do you have a reservation?
No, I don't. Is there a table available for two?
Let me check. Yes, we have a table near the window. This way, please.
That's already one of the most common questions you'll get. Do you have a reservation? So you can just say yes under the name Jack or no, I don't.
Exactly. And when you follow the host, you might hear, right this way, or follow me, please. Simple, polite English.
All right, we're sitting down now.
Here you go. Your server will be with you shortly.
Nice. So far, so good. The waiter arrives.
Hi, I'm Sarah, and I'll be your server tonight. How are you doing today?
I'm great, thanks. How about you?
I'm doing well, thank you. Can I start you off with something to drink?
Yeah, could I get a glass of water and maybe an iced tea?
Of course. And for you?
Oh, sorry, I forgot this is just me.
It's okay, Jack. You're really into the role play.
Yeah, too much, but it's good practice. I love that question. Can I start you off with something to drink? It's very common and polite.
Yes. You could also hear, would you like anything to drink? Or, can I get you something to drink while you look at the menu?
Right, and then you can say, just water, please, or I'll have a coffee.
Exactly. Okay, now Sarah brings the drinks. Here's your iced tea. Are you ready to order, or would you like a few more minutes?
Could we have a few more minutes, please?
Of course. I'll be right back.
Perfect. That's a very polite and natural way to ask for time. Could we have a few more minutes?
Yes, and notice the polite tone. Could we, not give me time.
Yeah, don't do that. Be friendly. Waiters appreciate it.
All right, now imagine we've looked at the menu.
What are you having, Emma?
Let's see. The menu has appetizers, main courses, and desserts. I think I'll start with a soup, maybe the tomato basil soup.
That sounds fancy. I'll have the Caesar salad.
Okay, and for the main course?
Maybe grilled salmon with vegetables?
Oh, nice choice.
I'll go for the chicken Alfredo pasta.
All right, we're ready to order.
Hi there. Are you ready to order?
Yes, I think we are. I'll start with the Caesar salad and then the grilled salmon, please.
Great. And how would you like your salmon cooked?
Medium, please.
Perfect. And for you?
Oh, sorry, I forgot this is just me.
It's okay, Jack. You're really into the role play.
Yeah, too much, but it's good practice. I love that question. And for you. It's very natural, often used after one person orders.
Yes. You could also hear, "What can I get you for you?" Or, "And would you like to order as well?"
Right, and then you can say, I'll have the tomato soup and the chicken Alfredo pasta.
Sounds delicious. Would you like any bread on the side?
Sure, that'd be great.
All right, I'll put your order in. It should be out shortly.
I love how natural that sounded. And that's something learners should notice. Restaurant English is all about polite rhythm, short sentences, soft tone.
Exactly. Simple language, but very respectful. It's not just what you say, it's how you say it.
Like, could I get, or I'll have, instead of give me.
Yes, those small details make your English sound so much friendlier and more confident.
So while we wait for the food, this is usually when small talk happens, right?
Yes, at restaurants, especially in Western culture, people chat casually. They talk about work, movies, or their day.
Let's do that then.
All right. So, how was your day, Jack?
Pretty good. I had a meeting in the morning, then worked on some podcast notes. You?
As usual, I was teaching a few English classes online, but I'm glad to be here now.
Same here. I like that restaurants give people a little time to slow down.
Exactly. And even this kind of casual talk helps English learners. You don't always need perfect grammar. You just need to sound natural.
Totally. For example, how was your day? Easy, common, and useful anywhere.
Right. You could also say, "How's your week been so far?" Or, "What have you been up to?"
That's true. And depending on the restaurant, you might also chat about the atmosphere.
Yes. Like, "It's really cozy in here." Or, "The music is nice."
Exactly. Or even, the food smells amazing already.
Yes, especially if you're hungry. All right, our server's back. Here we go. Caesar salad, tomato soup, chicken Alfredo, and grilled salmon. Enjoy your meal.
Thank you.
That's another key phrase. Enjoy your meal. You can respond with, "Thank you," or "Thanks, you too."
Even though the waiter probably isn't eating.
True, but it's still polite and friendly.
All right, let's eat.
This soup looks so good.
How's the flavor?
Really fresh. You can taste the basil.
My salmon's perfect. Soft inside, crispy outside.
Nice. That's when you could say, "This is delicious," or "It's cooked perfectly."
And if you didn't like it?
You could say, "It's a bit salty for me," or "I think the steak's a little overcooked," always politely.
Exactly. Never, this is bad.
No, please don't. Politeness goes a long way.
By the way, sometimes servers check on you. How's everything tasting?
Yes, and you can say, "Everything's great, thank you," or "It's really good."
So even that short reply can make you sound confident and kind.
Absolutely. So, we've finished our main courses. The waiter comes back.
Would you like to see the dessert menu?
"Oh, sure. What do you recommend?"
The chocolate lava cake is our most popular dessert.
That sounds amazing. We'll share one, please.
Of course, I'll bring it right out.
You see how natural that exchange was? Short, friendly, easy to remember.
Yes, and it's those tiny moments that make speaking English feel comfortable.
Totally. All right, now dessert's done and it's time to pay.
Could we get the check, please?
Sure thing. I'll bring it right over.
That's how it's usually said. Is can we get the check, please? Or could we have the bill, please?
Yes. In the UK, it's more common to say bill. In the US, check.
Right. And after you pay, it's nice to say, thank you. Everything was great.
Yes. Or we really enjoyed it.
And the waiter might say, thanks for coming in, or have a great evening.
Then you say, you too. And off you go, full and happy.
Exactly. English at the restaurant, easy, polite, friendly, and full of real conversation moments.
And the best part? You've just practiced listening, speaking, and cultural communication, all while enjoying imaginary food.
I'm actually hungry now.
Same. Let's go grab something for real.
Deal. But before that, to everyone listening, next time you eat out, try using some of these expressions naturally.
Yes, don't stress about perfection. Just smile, speak clearly, and be polite. That's what good English and good dining is all about.
Well said. Thanks for joining us today on Reen English Channel.
We'll see you next time.
And until then, enjoy your meal and your English.